Okay, Itamixkanatoni, good morning. It is just about 10 o'clock in the AM on Friday, April 19th, 2019. Good Friday, they call it. I don't know exactly why they call it good. It has something to do with the church stories that I don't belong to. But in any case, I think it's a good time of year because this full moon, which is where we're at right now in the lunar cycle Sa'akism, the duck moon, this full moon that we're at today or last night really marks a change in seasons and what's going to be happening outside. And I expect my usual routine to pick right up and get exciting from here out. And today we got a little bit of something to do at least. I'm about to head out to a residence here on the west side where they believe there's a raccoon nest in their attic crawl space. So I'm going to go climb in, see if there's any raccoons in there. I guess the tenant already peeked up in the crawl space and said there's a raccoon there. He saw a raccoon and they can hear raccoon chatter and stuff. They think it might be a mom with babies, and if it is, that means we're gonna have a long day full of wildlife work, because I'm gonna have to take care of those babies through the day and then see if I can get mom to come pick them up in the evening. But yeah, the idea is I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna chase any animals out and or take any animals out of the crawl space, and then they're gonna close it off right away so that they can't get back in. So we'll see what happens there. I also have a badger investigation to conduct on the south side, and it's going to be warm today. It's going to be 21 degrees above 0 Celsius, which is considerably warm. So there is a chance of some snake movement activity. I haven't got my first bull snake calls of the year, but they're going to be coming in anytime, and today might be the day for that. We'll see. Good news, by the way. I'm going to show you some footage here. Let me just show you the footage. I went and bought a mouse for Charlie 2 days ago. Bought a mouse for Charlie. Went to the house and put it in his enclosure, and here's what happened. Okay, he didn't take the mouse right away. But but caveat, I decided I'm going to leave that mouse in there overnight. You know, and just see what happens. So I put a little bit of kibble in there so the mouse would eat something other than Charlie, and left him in there overnight. Came in the morning to pick up Mahoney for work, and lo and behold, no mouse in Charlie's enclosure, but a little bit of a lump in Charlie's stomach. So Charlie has eaten. I didn't get it on film. I'm sorry. I tried, as you saw, but overnight he ate. I'm gonna probably feed him in another day or so, maybe even tomorrow, maybe even as early as tomorrow. Get another mouse in there and see if he'll eat again. If I can get him, you know, to where he's eaten a couple of mouses and past one even, I just want to see that everything works down there at the end that he was operated on, you know. If he passes some you know, some waste that looks right, then I'm gonna feel good. And he's got a couple of mice in him. It would be nice if he shed, but either case, I'm gonna release him pretty soon, right? I'm gonna release him pretty soon, but I want to try to make sure that he's all healthy and stuff before I do so. So that's what's going on with Charlie, which is good news. And like I said, we'll do some wildlife stuff today. It's the long Easter weekend, so I expect it to be a little bit busy with weird wildlife calls, especially now that we've changed. You know, for me, today really marks the first day of a kind of a big shift in what's going on. I mean, plants are going to start leafing out, flowering out big time. Even just this morning, the kids discovered there's suddenly dandelion flowers outside, and so they went out and they were picking dandelions. They thought, you know, to make a bouquet kind of a thing. And I was like, they presented one to me. They're like, you know, we picked one for you, Ryan. I'm like, good, and I ate it. And then they're like, really? You can eat those? Yeah. In fact, they don't keep as a bouquet. So if you're gonna pick dandelions, just pick them to eat. Otherwise you're just hurting the plants, you know. So we ate some dandelions this morning. It was kind of funny. I took a picture of William because he had eaten some, and there was like flower stems around his mouth. You know how kids get like chocolate or berries or whatever they're eating, they get all mucked up around their mouth. Well, he had like dandelion petals. Anyway, let's head over, climb into that attic, see if there's any raccoons.
Oh, you're going at it from this side. Okay. I will just look from a distance. I'm not very good on ladders.
Yeah, you don't have to come up.
I do got a guy dropping by to look at my table, so I got for sale, so I might have to find out.
Oh, yeah. No worries.
If you have to cut out some to get out of it.
No worries. Let's see. Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, we can't crawl in there.
Might be able to see something from the eye.
Get my head in there. She's in there deep. It's definitely something, yeah, definitely a raccoonish. Yeah, she's in there deep. I wouldn't even know. Do you know where you hear her? Like in the roof?
Well, this is kind of over my granddaughter's bedroom. Right here, yeah, her window's right here. The living room where I fit watching.
hear them in here, hey?
So she's kind of wormed her way through there and then over in here. And the only other way that I can think of you even see is under the soffit right here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's crawling in over there and just making her way to a different nesting position. A corner makes sense, you know? Oh, there's your guy. So I ended up crawling. It's a really good thing I don't have claustrophobia. So I ended up crawling all the way to the end and looking down all of the little, you know, side areas of the roofing and everything. And I found the raccoon nest at the very end. You know, it was obvious that the raccoon had been nesting there, but no raccoon there today. So Buddy is closing off his roof already. I think their problem's done. There was no nest, there was no babies. I'm glad for that. I really don't want to be, you know, picking up babies today and dealing with that, but that part of the season is gonna come here eventually. Anyway, I'm gonna run back to the apartment now and just have a quick rinse off at least to get, you know, some of the little microfilaments of the insulation off of me. Probably change t-shirts and go back out. We'll go check the badger next. All right, so we're here at the residence with the badger, and we're looking. I think she probably means this. Which might be a badger, it might be something else. Interesting. I think I'll set a trap. Quite the fog in the river valley this morning. It is now Sunday at just about 7 o'clock in the a.m. and I'm on my way across town back to that residence where we last were. I decided ultimately to set up a skunk trap there. From what I was seeing at that hole, you know, it wasn't quite the excavation that a badger would have done. And then on top of that, she showed me another little hole dug into the side of a compost that was kind of just classic skunk. So yeah, I set up a skunk trap, and 2 sleeps have passed, and she called me and there's a skunk in the trap. It's perfect timing too, because I normally go teach my walk and talk in the river valley, 8 o'clock in the a.m. And I have now just about an hour to swing across town and go grab that skunk. Stinky LePew. Hey there, Skunky. Oh, he got me.
He got you.
Yeah, he did.
Oh no.
Right in the eye.
Sick. Are you okay? Great attitude.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Oh. All right, buddy, you can go.
Well, have a nice day.
You can go, brat. Oh. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can go. I know, he's just full of spray. Oh, come on, buddy. How much more spray can you have?